If you have a maxed out 5-star Aegon, is a 6-star Aegon really worth taking to rank 3? Let's see what the math says. Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. So on my account I have a rank 5 max-sig Aegon, and I also have this 6-star unduped Aegon. And I found myself wondering the other day, if I happen to dupe my 6-star, how much better at rank 3 would he be than my R5, and is the difference great enough to warrant the resources necessary to rank him up? So to do this, I set about testing 3 different Aegons: a rank 5 5-star at Sig 200, a freshly awakened rank 3 at Sig 20, and finally a rank 3 at max Sig. Aegon's utility doesn't really change between star levels, and outside of long-form content, almost all of what you need from him utility-wise you get in the first 150 hits. Having said that, I mostly want to compare the damage output of these 3 versions and see if we can draw any conclusions. I did a full run of Realm of Legends with all 3 champions using the same support team for each. I skipped Scarlet Witch because of her unpredictable damage modifiers like the Fury buff and also the power drain, and I also skipped Wolverine because his regen would drastically affect the numbers, and I wasn't guaranteed to be above 500 in my persistent combo by the time I got there on each run. Finally, and this is something I really went back and forth on, I decided against using the heavy bomb technique because it's too reliant on cooperative AI. So if the R5 were able to land more of those than one of the R3s, it might have skewed the results even further. Okay, so let's take a look at the numbers. This is a look at each fight in order with the number of hits it took to complete and the persistent combo that each Aegon started the fight with. So for the moment, let's just compare the R5 with the low Sig rank 3. The first thing that jumped out at me is how neck and neck they are with each other, and in fact you can see that it took the rank 3 only 29 fewer hits in total to complete the quest, and I think this is really for 2 reasons. First off, the R5 is persisting more combo from fight to fight, which means that it has access to a greater crit rate and is thus dealing more damage per hit on average than the R3, despite the R3 having a much higher attack rating. Second, a rank 3 of any star level naturally has a lower combat power rate than a rank 5 of any star level. This difference is small, but the R5 is still going to get to his special attack slightly faster on average than the rank 3, and with faster access to the special 2 and the big bleed that comes with it, the rank 5 is likely saving a few hits on the tail end of every fight. My next observation isn't related to damage, but I still feel like it's worth pointing out. I mentioned earlier that the majority of Aegon's utility is within the first 150 hits. You get the debuff shrugging, the heavy bomb, and the true accuracy. Now the R5 has uninterrupted access to that utility after the first fight, whereas the rank 3 has to wait until fight number 4 to get it. Now the only big utility you're missing out on is the ability accuracy reduction at 500 hits, which the R5 gets at fight number 6, and the R3 doesn't get at all. So if you use Aegon in shorter content, getting to that utility quickly is very important. The last thing I want to look at is fight time. This is the actual time spent in a fight from the moment it starts until the KO text appears. And this is where I really did a double take. The rank 3 was only 2 seconds faster than the rank 5, and their damage per second and damage per hit values are nearly identical. Okay, so now let's add the max-sig rank 3 into the mix and see how he compares to the field, and unsurprisingly, he completely smokes the other 2. He finishes the entire quest 3 minutes faster and in 200 fewer hits, which results in his damage per second being over 1,000 points higher than the other 2. His access times to the utility I mentioned are also comparable to the rank 5. Okay, so what kind of conclusion can we draw from all this? I think that these numbers show that a high signature level for Aegon is much more important than it appears at face value, specifically because of the increase to his critical rating that a high combo grants him. When you think about Aegon's signature ability, the first thing that comes to mind is being able to persist more combo from fight to fight. But what I didn't realize until I saw these numbers is that a high signature level has a considerable impact on his maximum damage output. So much so that at a low signature level, a rank 3 6-star Aegon is functionally identical to a rank 5 5-star Aegon. Now, of course, there are some intangibles that aren't represented in these numbers. The first thing is more relevant to long-form content like Abyss, and that is item use. The rank 3 has a higher health pool, which means that it's going to cost more potions to heal him up to full than it would cost you to heal up the rank 5. However, if you're only using revives, you're going to get more value out of a single revive with the rank 3 for the same reason. The rank 3 also has the adrenaline mechanic to help you recoup some of that health during a fight, and he also sports a higher challenger rating, so in the Abyss he'll have a few more hits available to him per fight. The other thing to keep in mind here is that this is the best comparison that we can make with the ranks we have available to us. A rank 5 5-star has already reached its maximum potential in the game, and a rank 3 6-star still has 2 more ranks to go. Now I'm expecting to see the first rank 4s near the end of this year, but it may be 6 to 8 months before they are as ubiquitous as rank 3s are today. And all this is to say that while a low sig rank 3 is not much different than a maxed out 5-star right now, when that rank 3 becomes a rank 4 or a rank 5, the comparison is probably going to look pretty different. At the start of the video I asked myself, is Aegon really worth taking to rank 3 if you already have a max-sig rank 5? Now I think the answer is probably still yes, but there are lots of things that you need to consider before you do so. 6-star signature stones are still pretty rare, and as the numbers show, if you aren't able to invest a lot of stones into Aegon, he's not really going to give you a good return on your rank up materials in the short term. But from a long-term perspective, something you need to consider is the content you need him for, both now and in the future. I used to think that Aegon was only good for long-form quests like Labyrinth and Abyss, and while I don't think that's true anymore, that type of content is still undoubtedly where he is used the most. We know what content he's good for right now, but we have no idea what kind of content is coming down the road. We don't know when or even if a follow-up to Abyss is coming. It would be pretty easy to Aegon-proof a quest, something like a Plagued Mind node, but instead of resetting your power every 20 seconds, it resets your combo to 0 every 20 seconds. So, ranking him up with the expectation that he will forever be the same dominating force in long-form content that he is today may completely backfire. There is really no way of knowing. Now, because I'm sure I will get some comments like this, I am by no means telling you not to rank up your Aegon. If you need a champion for Thronebreaker, you could do way worse. And if you like him a lot, you should absolutely do it. The point that I'm trying to make here is that you should consider the investment necessary to make him appreciably better than a 5-star, and be willing to accept those costs. If you dupe your 6-star, immediately take him to rank 3 and are expecting to be blown away, the numbers say you're probably going to be disappointed. That's it for this one, folks. If you enjoyed, please let me know by hitting the like button, and if you aren't subscribed, please take a moment to do so. Let me know in the comments what you think. I welcome disagreement. Please keep it civil. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.